Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is Talk About It Tuesday. What's up, family? Join in. Come on in the room. Let's talk tonight. So excited to see you all. Good evening, good evening. Let me know where you're logging in from. Say hello. Shout out. Give a shout out. Make sure you also do me a favor and share this live broadcast, all right? Share this live broadcast with somebody. We're going to have a good time tonight. Hello, hello. I see some of my favorite people on tonight. God bless you. So good to see you tonight. Y'all know let's talk about it Tuesday. And we got a lot to talk about tonight. I'm so excited. All right. Make sure you do me a favor. Make sure you share. Hi, Jasmine. What's up? Jasmine in the house. Hey. I do not own the rights to the song, but it's called I'm Building Something by Ebony Gibson and the Imagination Band. The Imagination Band, Ebony Gibson. What's up, my good people? Good evening. Let's talk about it Tuesday. We'll get started here. Give us one moment. Let's get our numbers up. Make sure you share. Everybody do me a favor and share. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening. Again, this is the song from I'm Building Something by Ebony Gibson and the Imagination Band. I absolutely love it. I'm building something. Hey, we're building Talking About It Tuesday right now. Hello, Mama James. God bless you. Good evening, Apostle Nita Dawson. God bless you, Lady Overflow. Oh, it's going to be a good night tonight. Yes. Hello, Janice. Hello, Mama's girl. All right, we're going to get started again. This song, I'm Building Something, is by Ebony Gibson and the Imagination Band. I absolutely love it. I love the words, I love what it stands for. Listen, everything that has grown, hello, Auntie Cheryl, has started somewhere, right? It all started in the building process, and I'm just excited that we have this platform called Talk About It Tuesday, that we're building together, we're growing together, we're learning together, right? And we're accomplishing some things together. That's what it's all about. I am excited to share business with you all on tonight. Let's get it started. All right, good evening, everybody. What's up? It's your girl, Lady J, and I'm so excited to have you on tonight on Talk About It Tuesday. Y'all, we are having a great day today. Last week, I had the pleasure of broadcasting from Toledo, Ohio. Hey, cousin Karen, I see Florida in the house. Florida is in the house. Michigan is in the house. Columbus is in the house. Oh, I love it. And so I had the pleasure to broadcast from Toledo, Ohio last week. And literally within 24 hours, I was in Florida, right? 24 hours, I was in Florida. And can I tell y'all something? I was Saudi, right? I need to just throw all my cards away because I was so sorry, y'all. Do y'all know it had gone down to 20 degrees at night? And I only got to swim one day. Y'all know that I learned how to swim. And so I was so excited to show my skills off, right? And do you know, guess what? Y'all, I couldn't show my skills off because, well, I did get to for one day. It was 73, which is still cold to us, but the pool was heated. So I was able to swim for one day. But however, the next day it was too cold for any of that. And so we were there for 4 days, but got to just enjoy, got to do some shopping. Y'all know I'm going to do some shopping. I got some cute shoes too, y'all. And so got to do some shopping and stuff like that. It's been it was an interesting start to year 45. To say the least. That's what I'll say. It's an interesting start to year 45, but God is good and we're excited about what He's doing in my life, in your life, right? We are here, y'all. We are on the cusp, we're on the brink of a new year as far as the American or Gregorian calendar is concerned. But if you follow the Hebrew calendar at all, we've already been in a new year, right? And so, but when it comes to the natural calendar that we all grew up with in our school, we're on the brink of a new year. And some of us have already been. Jasmine, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. We've already been. You've been thinking, you've been seeing, you've been hearing even about what 2023 is going to look like for you. And so I just encourage you to begin to write some of those things down and to do and to make plans, right? Nothing just happens. And I know we have kind of grew up in this culture, and some people are still in that vein where things are just supposed to just happen. No, you have to set intentionality for what you see, what you hear, what your expectation is, what you want to experience, what you want to do. You really have to set intentionality about it when it comes to your relationships, your marriage, your children. And so I pray that as you begin to prepare for January the 1st, that you've already began to write, you've already began to vision cast, you've already began to do some of those things. And in fact, I had the pleasure to be a part of my first ever vision board event. My daughter Jay held this event on yesterday, and I was so excited to be a part of that. My board is phenomenal. I was able to write. Let me tell you, if you do a vision board ever, thank you so much for those who just got in. Make sure you give me a shout out in the comment section. For those who have never done one, but for me, it was an opportunity to be honest with myself, to be transparent with myself, vulnerable, and to be brave, because a lot of times there's some things that you may know, but if you don't write it down, it's kind of like you just know it, but you are now held accountable to what you write. One of the things my pastor would say all the time, says all the time, is that if you won't say it, then you don't believe it. And so it's time to believe some things about you, and then to bring those things into alignment and to begin to set, again, as I stated, intention towards that, set intention towards some changes and some things that you want to see happen. And so that was such an exciting time on yesterday. Some people, they vision casted for 2023, but also for the next 5 years, the next 10 years. I just did 1 year. There's some things that I want to see happen. And I actually, y'all, I had to be honest to say, real things that happened for me has been out of my life and not really intention. And so I really plan. And if all of this has happened because of favor, can you imagine what would happen if I said intention? Y'all, it's going to be a dope year. I'm excited. It's going to be fire. All right. And so can you imagine if you set some intention in your life, if you set some things in motion, if you write some things down, hold yourself accountable. And someone who was there, she said, and these are mostly young girls, right? But there was something she did with her vision board that she broke it down by 12 weeks, because she says a lot of times what we do is when we see, or when we're mentally thinking about 2023, we're thinking, okay, what can I get done the last 2-3 months of the year? But you really need to start making those adjustments immediately and begin to see changes immediately if you expect to really be able to make progress with what it is that you see or hear or have written down. And so that was interesting too. I definitely wanted to share that if you begin to break up the year by 12 weeks, okay, I've accomplished this, I've done this. And can you, man, I'm telling you, that is phenomenal, especially when it comes to your health, comes to weight loss, right? You start seeing those first 12 weeks, you done lost 10 pounds. Come on, 12 weeks again, another 10 pounds. Come on, right? And you start making changes to your diet and your meal planning, to your sleep habits, just to all of that. I am just so excited, y'all, as you can tell, about writing that down. I know one of the things that my husband and I used to do, we need to get back to it, and hopefully we will this week. But on December the 31st, we would write, which is kind of like a vision board, but we would write some of the things that we accomplished, right? We write things we've accomplished financially, things we've accomplished in our marriage, things we've accomplished with our ministries, with our children, with our family, and things like that. And so those who are watching that are married, I encourage you to do that. And then we would write some things that we want to accomplish and do for the following year. And so although it was not necessarily a board, but we just wrote it in our computers, and we're able to check. And when we did that, there were some major things that we saw progress. We saw the hand of God on. We saw advancement in our life. And so I definitely encourage you to do that. All right. And so again, welcome to Talk About It Tuesday. It's your girl, Lady J, and I am excited to be with you all on tonight. And for you guys just hang with me. Y'all come on every week on Tuesday to support me, to hear what it is that we're talking about, right? And I just love that. I appreciate your support, your kindness. I appreciate it so much. So thank you. I don't take it for granted. People don't have to be nice. People don't have to listen to you. Right? They could care. Some people could care less what you have to say. But the fact that you get on, you hear, you share, and all of that, I am so eternally grateful for that. So again, I want to say thank you. And so listen, we're going to talk tonight. You guys know on Talk About It Tuesday, we always going to talk about the news, right? We're going to talk about the news. We're going to talk about something that's going on in our community. We're going to talk about some events and some, events of things that are happening in our community that you should keep your eye on, or that you should schedule. You should put in your calendar and plan to attend. We're going to talk about businesses. Y'all know I am an entrepreneur in my own right, and I love pushing and celebrating other business owners. I love celebrating and pushing other businesses. I absolutely love that. And so I am using this platform to make sure that we do that, all right? To make sure that we do that. And so we're going to talk about businesses, and you always know that I am going to end with inspiration. We're going to always talk about God, right? So not only is Talk About It Tuesday informative, not only is it inspirational, but you're always going to leave with joy, because it just happens to be who I am and a part of my makeup. So if I can leave you with joy, if I can leave you information, if I can leave you with inspiration, then I've done my job for today. All right. Are y'all ready? I see my nephew on here. Thank you so much, nephew, for joining me on tonight. I love you so much. And so let's get started. Y'all, in the news, if you're just joining me, please make sure you do me a huge favor. Jeffrey Potts, thank you for joining me. Cousin Walter, thank you so much for joining me. Leanne, thank you again. Make sure you do me a huge favor and share this broadcast. Listen, if we can expand our reach, enlarge our territory, expand our tent pegs, then we are doing a phenomenal job. The goal is to increase our reach, with people getting more engaged and involved in getting this information. Then we are doing and making waves, right? We're making waves for the kingdom, for our community, and for each other. And so in the news, you guys know that I have an opinion, right? I am highly opinionated. I got an opinion about everything. Leave it to me. I got an opinion. But we definitely, as far as the news is concerned, we want to celebrate that baby Kason has returned to his family. Can y'all give all the hearts, all the cheers, a hallelujah, a hand up, something, right? That baby Kason, the twin that had been kidnapped, both twins had been kidnapped. The mother's car was stolen and both babies were inside the car, but both babies have been returned. And so we celebrate that on tonight. Hallelujah. Yes, right? Hello, Mom Lynette. We got Maryland, Florida, Michigan, Columbus. We got Ohio. Oh, I'm excited on tonight. We're expanding our reach. Hi, Alicia. And so baby Case has returned. Listen, we were elated. We were full of joy. Our eyes were just covered in tears that this baby had been returned. Hi, Belinda. This baby had been returned to his mother, y'all. I have never in my 45 short years of living seen the community, probably from every denomination, race, culture, come together in prayer to pray for the return of this baby. And I saw some other posts say, if we could do this one time, can you imagine how much impact that we could make if we came together often to pray about a certain event, to pray about a certain cause, to pray about a certain, you see what I'm saying? To pray against injustice, to pray with all these minds come together. Can you all imagine the impact that we can have? And so I just celebrate. Hi, DeWanda. I just celebrate all that we did together. We brought our minds, our hearts. Everybody was broken. Everybody was sad, but everybody had hope and was believing in the return of this baby. And so both babies are returned. We want to celebrate. I know this mama that she just kept her hope alive. She kept believing my baby's coming back to me. So we not only do we want to celebrate her, but we want to celebrate the community that came together. We want to celebrate the police officers that put in the work. And we also want to celebrate those two women who found the car, right? I don't hear enough information about those two girls. And so we want to celebrate those two women who found that car and that baby in that car. Y'all are so dope. Y'all are fire. I love y'all. I will have y'all with me any day. Y'all could be my soldiers in a foxhole, because I know you got your eyes open, you got your ears open, right? And you are on a hunt. I love that about y'all. Listen, it's something about a woman, right, who's on a hunt. She will find what she's looking for. And so I just celebrate y'all. That is fire. That's right, Belinda. One accord is so powerful. It is so powerful. So we just want to shout out all parties that were engaged with that. And I want to make a shout out to All Nations Church Columbus, because I see they did an outreach event to gather supplies for this family, to gather whatever is needed for that family. So that was huge, that they really took part in becoming the hands and feet of Jesus. And so we celebrate y'all, what you're doing, the work you're doing over there at All Nations Columbus. All right. So we celebrate you. And you know what? All heads are beginning to spin now. Imaginations and mindset and businesses, things are starting to cultivate in the souls of people, because I've been hearing conversations like, what can we do as a community that this doesn't happen again? How can we get monies for childcare that this doesn't have to happen? And that parents, there are other people who are in the same kind of predicament, who don't have an outreach, who don't have a support system, who don't have a solution, that we as a community can become the solution for situations like this. And so our wheels are spinning. We're trying to come up with a solution ourselves. But if any other like minds want to say, what can we do? How can we collaborate? Let's do that. Let's get together. Let's do this thing. I'm telling you, bring our resources, our money, our ideas, our intelligence. Let's bring it all together so this will never have to be an issue again. Let's bring the solution, right? Let's be the solution to the problem. It's easy to identify the problem, but becomes more of a challenge to be the solution to the problem. But what I can tell you is we have the solutions. We just have to stir them up and begin to put the work in to see it through. All right. Hi, Brenda. Thank you so much. I also, in the news, y'all know. Let me say real quick, let me take a pause for the cause. Thank you for those who just joined Talk About It Tuesday. Do me a favor and make sure that you share this broadcast tonight. Do me a favor and make sure you give a shout out in the comment section. I do not like people who log on, see us, right? But you don't say anything. Come on now. We know there is no weird people in here. There's no ooky spooky people in here. So we want you to make some noise and give us a shout out in the comments. All right. Also in the news, y'all, I see on the news that there is an apartment complex in Columbus who have paid their rent, and for whatever reason, the water is not working. Right, this is a community that had been turned into a high-rise apartment complex over near the Mount Vernon Avenue area. But let me tell y'all something. People have to do right by people, right? I can only imagine that this is latitude 525, that people are having to be evacuated, but they're having to use their own resources. Listen, People have to do right by people. If you're a landlord, if you have property, if you have an Airbnb, whatever that is, make sure you do right by people. They're paying their bills, they're paying their rent, whatever. Do right by people. So we send our prayers to those residents who are being affected by this issue. And the Latitude 525 looks like the news is already on it. YouTube is on it, right? All these people are on it heavy. I'm trying to share this injustice that is happening over there right here in our city in Columbus, Ohio. And so we just want to bring some awareness to that. Check on your people, right? If you know anyone who lives in that community, check on your people. Now, the next thing I want to talk about as far as the news is concerned, all right, as far as the news is concerned, is that who is praying for Biden's? Those towers have been problematic for years. You are right, Laura. They definitely have been. But who is praying that Biden's student loans solution is passed? Y'all, I know I am. Y'all need to give a whole lot of hearts. Yes, say I want it to pass. Y'all need to be praying. We need that to pass, that student loan solution, that it will pass for people like all of us. That it will pass for people like all of us. But this is the other side. So I was speaking to someone who deals with credit and things of that nature. The other part of that, listen, is if your debt is cleared with the student loan, that do you know that you could end up dropping points in your score? Because if you have been paying it, and so now your score is connected to your student loan, but now if that debt is removed and all of that history that you've paid and all of that goes away, man, it's like a whammy, right? But what I would say is, I'd rather have it gone, because most of the time those are huge numbers of debt. So now that your debt to income ratio can kind of balance out, because you can always do something different to raise that score, or to do something to get those points back that you may have lost because that debt has now been erased, right? And so there's just two sides to the coin. And I just want to make sure that you are aware that although we are praying, pray, saints, pray, pray, pray. And not just saints, because I have people who are not believers who watch, right? But everyone, that we just need to be mindful of this. But the other side of it, that you could lose points on your credit score because it's a debt. It's been a kind of a positive debt for you if you have been paying. All right. So let me just give a shout out really quick to DeWanda. Thank you so much for sharing. Leanne, thank you for sharing. Jasmine, thank you so much for sharing. I can see that here that you guys have shared. All of you, do me another favor. Make sure you share on tonight. Our numbers have gotten up. I am so excited. Thank you so much for that. All right. So we got the Biden situation that we're praying about. We are praying for the residents that's in Latitude 525, because that is a disgrace that people have paid their rent, they've paid their bill, but now they're having issues that may have to be evacuated because things are not being handled properly when it comes to their utilities and their living conditions. The last thing that I want to talk about really quick is for those who are in Columbus, Ohio, that Eastland Mall, y'all, I am so sad. There are so many memories that we have from Eastland Mall, right? Being able to shop there, being able to just experience fun, experience your friends, being able to pick up something real quick, right? Because you're going out, you're going to whatever it is, you're going to a restaurant, you're going to dinner, you got your anniversary, it is, pick up a quick some perfume. How many wedding rings have been bought from Eastland Mall, right? Engagement rings. There are so many memories, right? Christmas time. I actually used to be a waitress. I am aging myself, but at Eastland Mall, there was a restaurant that's kind of like, there's a store that's like Walmart, but it was on an extremely smaller scale called Woolworths. Do anybody remember Woolworths restaurant? Does anyone remember Woolworth store and the restaurant that was connected to it? Anyways, you remember that, Mama James? Yes, Apostle Nita. Anyways, I was a waitress in the Woolworths restaurant side. And I remember working there, being pregnant with my second child. And during the holidays, y'all used to make so much tips because people and the moms would come in there and they would need to shop, but they got their kids with them. And I would put their kids in a booth and I'll just keep serving them milkshakes and fries. But they would come back and tip me like $100, like, thank you so much, tip me $75 and pay their bill, right? Because their kids had their milkshakes and their fries. I kept them content, kept them quiet. They played some games while their moms shopped, right? But it was just an amazing time in being there. So I'm so excited. So, of course, Woolworth's restaurant closed not long after that. The best hot dogs, yes. The best hot dogs. Wow, yes, my wedding pictures were taken there in 96. Wow. Yes, memories, red and blue slushies. That's right, Alicia. And so many memories at Eastland Mall. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. But I will say, I believe something is coming because so much money, millions of dollars have been spent on reconstruction, on the roads over here in this area. I actually live not far from that area. And so a lot of money has been spent on the reconstruction of those roads. And so you do not spend money like that if there's not a plan. Right? So keep your eyes open, pay attention. I just know you don't spend that kind of money on fixing things if nothing is coming. And so I'm being hopeful and I'm excited about what's to come. Okay. Next up on our list, I want to give a shout out. Our church, along with some other phenomenal partners, just completed a toy drive last Wednesday, December the 21st. Y'all, we were able to give away over 1,000 toys, over 100 pairs of Nike shoes, coats and gloves and all of that. We had to cut our line short. We were devastated. We were so sad because there were so many hundreds of people that we had to turn away, but we served over 300 families, but we just ran out of resources. And so I want to make a shout out to Manifestation Church. I want to make a shout out to Jerry's Kids, which is a summer camp community group. I want to make a shout out to Bridges to Life Community Services that provide resources to single parents and schools, and resources to schools in how to handle and discipline our children of color, particularly boys. It's a parent resource program, as well as Little League Sports to the elementary level. And want to give a shout out to Supreme Life because they were a major funder and supporter and volunteers for that event. And so I want to give a shout out again to this amazing toy drive that was done on last Wednesday, to the community there in Reynoldsburg, to Manifestation Church, Jerry's Kids, Bridges to Life Community Services, and Supreme Life Foundation. Again, major thank you and support for that, right? I talked about the vision board and making sure you tap into that idea, such a creative idea and space. Take some time out to just hear what it is that you believe God is saying for you. Take some time to hear, to listen to vision cast for your life, to write some things down. I just believe it's going to be a major year of intentionality, being focused forward, in a year of accomplishment if we actually do those things, right? If we actually do those things. And so, y'all know one of the things I love talking about is entertainment. And so as we talk about entertainment, who has watched the Best Man final series? Y'all got it. Y'all, the Best Man final series. Let me make sure I'll put this in the comments for y'all, because if you haven't seen it, the Best Man final series, I think it's called Final Cut or something like that. But final series, it is actually on Peacock, right? It's on Peacock, but of course, if you got a Fire Stick, you can watch it. But we actually paid for the Peacock app to watch it, and it is phenomenal. They did an excellent job with it. There are some super high highs, some super low lows. There were some funny parts, some sad parts. Just, it was such a roller coaster, but it was so good. Make sure you spend time this week if you're off. For example, my agency is closed all week, and so this is a vacation week for me, a free week for me. But I'm going to spend some time doing some organizational things and just setting my year in order. But if you got space in your time, then make sure that you watch the Best Man final series. It is so good. Oh, you watched it, Lynn? Yep, girl, it's so good. Jasmine, you watched it too? Yes. Janice, I know you want to watch it. Oh gosh, you got to find it. It is so good. I encourage everybody to take a look at the Best Man Holiday. It is phenomenal. It is so good. Any other shows? Yes, Alicia, you gotta watch it. Oh my goodness, it is so good. They really did a good job with it. Really did a good job with it. And can I tell y'all this? And don't nobody be judging me. Don't nobody be cutting me off. Don't nobody do none of that. I really wish the Will Smith series would come back. I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. I wish Bel Air would come back. I thought it was good. Anybody else? I really thought it was good. I felt like they hit some really important issues, real life, traumas, things that people have dealt with, especially when he was dealing with the issue of his absent father. I just felt like it was so good. Yes. Hi, Aunt Mary. Oh, I love you so much, Aunt Mary. Oh, I love you so much. I'm going to get to that part of Florida soon because I need to see my people. I really do. Bel Air. Yes. What it will be, it will. What you talking about, Jasmine? February 23rd. What's happening? Yes, it left us hanging. I agree. But it was so good. I hope that it comes back. I truly do. It was really good, very interesting. And the whole concept and things that we may have missed from the sitcom, I think we got to see through this series. And so it just made it real life for us. I love it. So yeah, make sure you watch the Best Man Holiday. And if you haven't watched Bel Air, go back and find it. It's good. Oh, you think it's coming back in February? Okay. Yeah. Oh, Dewanda, thank you so much for the birthday shout out. Listen, I am still celebrating. If anybody want to take me to dinner, to lunch, to an activity, anything like that, I am open to it. You can send me a cash app, $ Lady J Stevens. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my goodness. So yes, thank you so much for all that birthday love. I receive it. I receive it. I receive it. I love it. And so next up, y'all know we always going to talk about the entertainment, right? We talked about the news. We talked about some entertainment, right? We talked about, gave some shout outs on my way to watch your buddy Andreas coach his Hartley team. Grace and peace to all. Thank you so much, Mama James, for being on with us. We just send all the success to Coach Andreas. Come on and win. He's coaching Hartley. That is dope. Oh man, that is so exciting. I got to make sure all my high people know about that. We're going to have to come and check out a game. That is fire. I love that. Yes. Go Hartley. Go Hartley. All right. And so we talked about the news. We gave some shout outs. And so the last thing I want to talk about is not last. Y'all know it's not last, but we're going to talk about business. Y'all know I love supporting businesses, and I have a couple of events that I want to shout out tonight. Tiffany, thank you so much for joining me. Carla, Patrice, I love y'all. My Father's House, y'all the bomb. Iram, Laura, Jaquez, Brenda, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Oh, I love all this love. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for sharing. And so one of the businesses I want to talk about, y'all, on tonight. All right, this is called, let me make sure I write this down. Naturals by Nikki. All right, Naturals by Nikki, which is a skin care solution. Let me make sure I write this in here. Naturals. What I appreciate the most, because you guys know that my candles and our wax melts are all handmade, hand poured, hand created, hand blended. And so I appreciate when people take time to study, when they take time to research, to see what works for skin, especially the skin of people of color, when they come up with solutions for the issues that plague us. I respect that at a high level. I actually have her products. These are the products of Nikki Hampton. All right, these are the products of Nikki Hampton. Better yet, she's a pastor in the city, Apostle Nikki Hampton. And so the website is naturalbynikki.com. You get all the information there. She has a skin spray, right? A rejuvenating skin spray. She has a cucumber. She uses a lot of cucumber in her products. And so she has a moisturizer. She has a cleanser. Oh my goodness. She has things for your eye bags. There are so many products that she has and I absolutely love. And she actually also has some candles. We did a collaboration with Joy Candles. And so I love that. If you have a business and you need to collaborate and you want a staple product for your business, such as a candle, get at me. If you are a realtor that is you are watching, get at me. Let's do your closing gifts. I am contracted with a few other realtors and I do their closing gifts for them. We do a boxed product. And so I absolutely love that concept. So joy is being infused in homes across this city and across this country. And so if that is you, I would love to collaborate with you and see if there's products that you offer that may can go in those same boxes, right? Let's get your name out there. I'm absolutely open to that idea. And so I love what she's doing. So please make sure you check out Naturals by Nikki. Check out Naturals by Nikki. All right. That's one of the businesses we're shouting out. Now, let me just say this. Y'all know I'm gonna say this. When I am talking about these businesses, I'm sharing them because I want you to go support. I want you to go patronize their business. I want you to go check out the website, get their numbers up of people who are gone to their website. I want them to be able to trace to say, I got business this week because Talk About It Tuesday pushed me. Talk About It Tuesday gave me a shout out, right? I want them to be able to connect the dots that we are pushing and promoting and amplifying businesses on this platform. And so please make sure you go to the website and purchase something, even if it's something small, something that's inexpensive, but at least we could say that this platform is helping to grow that business and you're able to sample products that you can go back and buy in a bigger size, right? So we are pushing, we are promoting business on this platform. This week, it just so happens to be Naturals by Nikki. All right. There are some events that are happening in our city that I want to make sure I shout out. First of all, y'all know that this weekend is New Year's Eve, right? Can I tell you, there are services that are happening across the city. My church, we're not having a New Year's Eve service because New Year's Eve is on Saturday and Sunday is New Year's Day. So we're just going to do the regular New Year's Day service at 10:30. And so we definitely invite you to come to check us out at Manifestation Church. And that's at 1914 Bryce Road, right at 10:30 a.m. And so we would definitely love to see you there in Reynoldsburg at the corner of Bryce and Livingston, right? We would love to have you there as we start the new year off. It's the first Sunday of the year. Let's set it in order. Let's set some things in place. Let's vision cast. Let's pray together and let's seek the Lord for the direction of our lives for 2023. And so if you are looking for a New Year's Eve service, if anyone on here, your church is having New Year's Eve service, go ahead and shout them out on this thread, right? Put it in the comments section here so we can get that information out to people who are looking for a service on New Year's Eve. And so make sure you check that out. I also encourage you, right? I am a pastor in this city, but I encourage you to check out and see what are some other activities that you can do this weekend, right? There may be, I know there's a football game. Ohio State is playing this weekend. So maybe there is a, what do we call those? Tailgate party that you can do, right? You can have an event at your home, have a spread, do a large charcuterie table, invite your family to just have a good time and some games. I just want to say that you do not have to feel some kind of way if you're not in church on Saturday night, right? Again, I hope you are praying the new year in. I hope you're doing those things, but you can do some other fun activities. Won't you do, well, it's great to set some traditions in place for your family, right? That's a wonderful idea to set some new traditions for your family that they have an expectation. I know this is what I'm going to be doing with my family. I'm going to have a night of fun. We're going to be together. We're going to play some games. We're going to have food, and then we're going to pray in the new year. So that's just an idea, throwing some things out there for you to do that may be a little than what you. All right. And so there are some New Year's Eve services taking place. And if that is your church having a New Year's Eve service, then make sure you post it in the comment section that other people can see. There is another event that's happening that I want to talk about really quickly. Is that you guys know that I have a women's group. All right. Our Jewels Chat and Chew is the second Saturday of every month, right? Our Jewels Chat and Chew is the second Saturday of every month. We usually start at 11 a.m. However, we are going to be doing at 10:30 a.m. because we want people to come in. We always have brunch. People bring things to eat. We want you to come in, catch up with your sister who you haven't seen since the last month, right? And we want you to bring that, bring your food in, chit chat, eat, so that at 11 we can start our teaching. And so we have the phenomenal. I absolutely love her, prophetess Charmaine Downer, who is with us, who is teacher on prophetic intercession. It is so important for me that we have people who not just come to church, but they can see, they can hear in the spirit, and they can mobilize in the spirit. That is so important. And so she's coming to do some training. She was phenomenal this month in December with her teaching and training. We had over 45 people in attendance, y'all. It was fire. And so I invite you to come with us again. And I believe that date for that, let me get that date specifically, for next month is going to be Saturday, December the 14th. All right. Next Chat and Chew is Saturday, December the 14th. And you know what I'm so excited about? I'm excited that we have people, we have facilitators, we have trainers, we have people who are skilled and have an expertise in different topics that I don't have to do all the teaching. I am excited about that. And I am just really releasing some of that and allowing other voices to come in to speak, so that we also break down that whole spirit of familiarity situation, right? And so I am absolutely loving that. So join us on Saturday, January the 14th at 10:30 for our next Jules Chat and Shoot. The next thing I want to talk about is that my husband, Apostle Terry Stevens, is starting something in February. The interest meeting is going to take place in January, however, with it's called Kimba Kingdom. Hold on, Kingdom Equipment Ministry. Kingdom Equipment Ministry and Business Academy. All right, let me write that here in the comments. Kingdom Equipment Ministry and Business Academy. Guys, this is so phenomenal because it is a 3-year commitment. All right. It's a 3-year commitment. However, it is following the pattern after Jesus. That's how much time he spent with his disciples. But it is like you're going to college. And so it is a 1 month. You will meet monthly as a commitment. You receive your books. You can pay for your course all at once. You can pay for your per module, or you can pay per class, right? Afterpay is also available to assist you if you need that, and making sure you pay. Y'all know we use Afterpay for everything. But you can go on there on the website. I just posted the website. You can go in there, click events, and you'll see information about Kimba. You can see how much it costs there. Really excited about this training academy, this development to help people not only in ministry, but in the marketplace. It's a phenomenal tool for people that want to go to the next level in their business. People want to go to the next level in their personal ministry. People just want to go to the next level in their relationship with God. And so we invite you. Thank you, Mama Nita. Wisdom. I'm telling you, oh my goodness, I've learned so much in a short period of time. But we invite you to check that out and to become a part of that, to register. I challenge you in this year, again, we were talking about intentionality, but I challenge you in this year to take the step to do something different, something that you know that you have been, needing to do, something you've been wanting to do. Hello, Xavier. God bless you. Miss you, man of God. Some things that we've been wanting, something you've been wanting to do, but you haven't taken the step to do it. And so I believe that this is going to be the year that you do it. Right. This is going to be the year you accomplish it. This is going to be the year that you walk on water, and you will no longer be afraid of just what you see, but you begin to do the very thing that you will be your own accomplishment. Come on now. You will be your own success story, that you'll be able to celebrate that you actually started something, but you also finished strong. A lot of times we have people who start things, but they don't finish. And I just happen to believe that this is about to be the generation that finished strong. We're going to finish strong, right? I want you to put in the comments, finish strong. Put in the comments, finish strong, finish strong. I am the generation that finished strong. Oh, yes. I am the generation that finished strong. Yes. Hi, Sherry. I miss you. Absolutely, just writing my vision for me. Yes. Hey, Donna. Donna, I would love to see you, Sherry. And listen, even if you are from out of town, we will be having, there will be a virtual class as well. So you'll be able to watch virtually and participate. You'll be able to receive your documents, your books, and everything. And so it is not just secluded to people who live locally, but if you are also live abroad, you can sign up and register for this class. All right. So make sure you, yes, finish strong. I see you, Donna. I see you, Belinda. Finish strong. I am the generation that finished strong. That's right, Tiffany. Come on now. We will not just be starters, but we will finish strong. DeWanda, I am the generation that finished strong. Yes, Karen, I see you. Finish strong. Yes, finish strong. We're going to do this, y'all. We're going to do this. Absolutely. I'm excited. We are going to do this. I need you to register for Kimba, right? Kingdom Equipment Ministry and Business Academy. Business Academy. Yes, I see you, Sherry. Yes, Jasmine. I will finish strong. I will finish strong. And so I'm going to end this with a passage from Revelations chapter 21. Right? I know y'all like, what? She reading from Revelations? Absolutely. I think it's an encouraging book, actually. I really think it's an encouraging book. Before I read that, though, there was something that I saw. I said I was going to post it. I haven't done it yet. But let me find this meme here. Finish strong, strong with joy. Yes, Acts 20:24. Listen at this, and then I'm going to read Revelation 21. Y'all, this is so good. Don't go. Don't go. I need y'all to listen to this. I'm going to share it too when we get off. It says, Christine Poindexter wrote this, all right? Christine Poindexter. She said, I will no longer wear my childhood trauma as a garment. I now release my inner child to take charge, to grow up, and be free from all negative past experiences. I am now empowered to shine and can be one with my highest self. Y'all, that's so good. I'm going to read it again for the people in the back, in the front, and on the side. She says, I will no longer wear my childhood trauma as a garment. I now release my inner child to take charge, grow up, and be free from all negative past experiences. I am now empowered to shine and can be one with my highest self. Y'all, you know what that said? That means my past can no longer be my excuse. What happened to me can no longer be my excuse. What did not happen for me cannot be my excuse, right? What I missed out on, what wasn't done, what was excluded from me, what was neglected, and all these other, the abuse, whatever it was, can no longer be our excuse. She says, no longer will that be my garment. I won't wear that anymore. No longer will that be stamped on my forehead. I'm making the decision that I'm going to grow up. My inner child, I'm giving you permission. Come on, let's grow up together. You ain't going to be behind no more. I need you. Let's grow up so we can be mature, so we can hear a sound word, so we can receive discipline, so we can receive instruction, so we can move on to our next thing, our next assignment, that we will no longer be stuck in what was, but go on to receive and achieve great things, because we're now becoming what God has said we shall be. And so I absolutely love that. I love it. That's right, Mama Nita. Grow up. Put that in the comments, y'all. Put in the comments. Grow up, grow up, grow up. And so, with all of that said, I will no longer wear my childhood trauma as a garment. I want you to know that God sees you. One, God was there with you. Two, but there is hope in God. That will not be your ending. He says, I know the thoughts and plans I have for you. They are good and not evil, to give you a hope in the future. Another translation that says, give you an expected end. Y'all, the end, if your beginning, if your middle, anything like that was traumatic, if you experienced anything that was betrayal or that hurt you or that broke you, that will not be your end. Oh my goodness. I pray somebody hear this. That will not be your end, right? If God is your God, that will not be your end. And so here in this in Revelation chapter 21, and we're going to end here and start at verse 3. Revelations 21 verse 3. And it says, and I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. I'm just getting chills, y'all. God himself will be with them, and be their God. Let me read verse 3 before I go to 4. And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. God himself will be with them and be their God. I want you to know that God is saying, I'm coming to be with you. I'm coming to the tabernacle with you. I'm coming to sup with you, to sit with you. I'm coming to engage with you. I'm coming to have relationship. I am not far away. Oh my goodness. Somebody need to hear that. I need to hear that. God, he's saying, I am not far away. I am with you. If you're going to be my people, I'm telling you, I am going to be your God. And I'm going to show up in a big way. I'm going to show up as your protector. I'm going to show up as your father. I'm going to show up as one that rescues you. I'm going to show up as one that delivers you. I'm going to show up one that's going to avenge you, that's going to vindicate you. I'm going to also show up as one that disciplines you and corrects you. But if you will receive me as your God, if you're going to be my people, I'm telling you, I'm going to be your God in all facets of being your God. There will be nothing that is gone. There will be nothing that is left out. There would be nothing that is missing. God has said, I will be your God. Even if you make a decision based on what I just talked about, that you said, I'm no longer going to wear this trauma as my garment, but I'm allow God to be God. God says, guess what? Because I'm your God, I'm also going to heal that place. And because I'm your God, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to touch that place, that when you even think about what happened before, I hope somebody is hearing this, that the sting of it, the bleeding of it, the hemorrhaging of it will no longer be there. It would no longer be, you can't even trace it. You won't even be able to feel it. But God is saying, I'm coming to heal that place. If you will be my people, I will be your God. And a part of me being your God is me healing you from the thing that hurt you. My God, a part of me being your God is healing you from the thing that hurt you. Listen, the next verse, and we're going to be done. I got 4 minutes. It says, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There should be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. There should be no more pain, for the former things have passed away. Y'all, I feel the Holy Ghost. It's God himself will wipe away your tears. There should be no more death. There should be no more sorrow, no crying. There should be no more pain, for the former things have passed away. I want you to know that if God is God, and if we commit to be his people, then he will be the God in our life that we need, that we want, that we desire. But that you see that clause, the A clause is that we have to be his people. A lot of times we want to experience all of God. We want to experience all characteristics of God. We definitely want to experience the hand of God. We will definitely want to experience, the provider of God. But listen, you got to be able to experience all of God. But to experience that, the first part is, they shall be my people. If we want all of God, it's going to require all of us. Listen, there's another passage of scripture says, deny yourself, take up your cross and follow me. If you want the benefit that comes after following him, then you must deny yourself. That first part is denying yourself. Take up your cross and follow him. The other scripture says, if my people, again, that's the A clause. If my people, if you want to be his people, then he's going to be your God. But if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, it has all, just hear all that instruction before. If my people, want to be his people, who are called by my name, called by his name, will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, 5, then will I hear from heaven and heal their land. And we want the healing of the land, but we don't want to be his people. We don't want to be called by his name. We want everybody else to call our name. We don't want God to call our name, right? We don't want to humble ourselves and pray. We live for pride. We want to do it right from the seat of pride. We don't want to turn from our wicked ways. We don't want to hear from him, but we still want him to heal our land. Come on, y'all. They got to make sense, right? It has got to make sense. Hi, Chastity. Hi, Danielle. And God is saying tonight, Revelations 21. He says, if you be my people, I will be your God. And by him being your God, he said, I'm going to wipe away your tears. There will be no more death, no more sorrow, no more crying. There should be no more pain, and the former things have passed away. God is removing the former thing. He's removing that thing that has stung you, that have kept you stuck, that has kept you in a place. God is healing his people on tonight from that thing that hurt you, that broke you, that betrayed you, whatever it is. God says, I'm coming to heal you because I'm your God. It is 7:00 and I'm done. Oh my goodness, y'all. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you, Tamara. I love you, girl. Listen, if you just joined me, you got to go back, hit the replay, because I'm telling you, talk about it. Tuesday was lit tonight. You need all these nuggets. You need all the juice. You need all the business information from those that we shared about. You need all about the events, the shout outs that we made, right? Again, I want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors for the toy drive that was completed, Manifestation Church, Jerry's Kids, Bridges to Life Community Services, and Supreme Life Foundation. Y'all, we love you. We did that thing. I can't wait to the next event to see what happens, to see what we're able to accomplish together as a community. Big things happen when we could come together on one accord and collaborate. It was a great night tonight, y'all. I can't wait to do this again with you on next Tuesday. We're going to do the doggone thing. We're going to talk again about the news. We're going to talk about entertainment. We're going to talk about community, and you're going to leave with some inspiration, because I'm always going to give you joy. Listen, have a great night tonight. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your time. Watch a little something. If you haven't watched The Best Man final series, make sure you go check that out on tonight. All right. I love you so much. It's your girl, Lady J, and I'm out.
You got big dreams, big purpose, big visions on your mind. You just wanna change the world in these crazy times. You got ideas so big, you're scared of the success they may bring. But in your heart, you know you're on to something amazing. Then there's days you feel like you're in over your head. But don't feed your fears, water your dreams instead. 'Cause you're not that far from where you wanna be. It just takes some time and patience. When you're building something, you know I'm building something, you know I'm building something. Gotta keep striving, gotta keep dancing. Building something, you know I'm building something, you know I'm building something. Building something. Some days seem easier than others, and I know sometimes feel harder than others. That's just the way it goes. There are hills and there are valleys. But believe in what God promised you. Believe your dreams are coming true. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and don't fear what you don't understand. 'Cause even your hardest day is part of God's plan. Building something, you know I'm building something bigger. I'm about to build something, you know. I'm taking it day by day. Something, you know I'm building something, you know. Building something, you know. Building something. For I know the God that I think to. Saith the Lord. Saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace, to give and expect me. Keep learning, keep writing, keep learning, keep living, keep praying, keep going, keep knowing, keep growing, keep building, keep trusting, keep giving, keep pressing, keep dreaming, keep hoping. 'Cause you're building something, you know I'm building something, you know I'm building something, you know. those dreams that you're still thinking about. But keep going, keep growing. It's all working for your good. You gotta keep building. You're building